Among Us heroes are on top of you, I think you're just all dead. Like, none of you are particularly tanky, so unless they're getting the jump every single time, I'm kind of worried for them. Anyway, let's get to it. The only way to know is to actually play out the game, and it happens. Let's get to it. We are here in the Monster Energy Dota Summit 13 SEA group stages, and this is game 2 of Boom versus Among Us. If you missed the first game, Among Us kind of bringing it back from a pretty big deficit against Boom, going for a Lycan plus a TA. They were hitting their timings, doing really well, and then they were even up 2 lanes of racks, and all of a sudden just sort of lost 2 or 3 fights in a row, and that was the end of that. Among Us knocking them down for that first game. So, I mean, March definitely looks like he's expecting to be trying to play against the Batrider, but again, I don't think that's what's happening here. Stick probably still useful against the Veno if he's going to go for any kind of a Plague Ward setup. But they are actually opting for what looks like the double ranged hero in the off lane. So doing the same kind of, well, I guess it's, it still actually is, it's Kezcute playing the Clockwork, and it is still Hyde playing the Shadow Demon. So they've still got their position 4 player on the position 4, and their position 5 player on the position 5, but this does seem like a decent way to fight up against this Among Us offlane. I kind of like that the Lina is a core this game. It means that she's not going to be quite so susceptible to the Clockwork, and can still get a relatively fast Yules, but maybe get a Force Staff if she needs it. And the burst damage seems kind of scary. So 2/2 Bounty Rune, nothing too interesting. Mid lane for Abed, he's already prepped with his magic stick, so he knows exactly what the matchup is going to be here. I'm going to try and get in some pretty quick boots of speed. I think both of these heroes farm pretty well here. The mag can just kind of spam the wave and then just go hit up the jungle. Shouldn't be too much of an issue, really. We'll just have to see how this top lane ends up going. Do have plenty of regen on the Riki. And that's what I'm kind of worried about here, is that just, FBZ and Hyde are just going to get poked down by the Silencer and then just committed on by the Riki. Maybe the disruption can kind of help them out a little bit. Kezcute started with the Quelling Blade, so he's just doing a little bit of lumberjacking down here to make life harder for Zephyr. Where's March off to? Hold on. Zephyr's courier dead. Cuckoo kind of committing to this fight. Zephyr just walking forward. Nice deny from Dreamocel. Abed having to take a step back. His boots are coming out on the courier at this second. March, I don't know if he was looking for a pull there or what the situation was, but didn't quite get it. Big camp's being blocked out, so there's no side pull opportunity there for Hyde. Just continues to put on pressure with the poison. It's working pretty nicely. March gonna have to take a moment to salve up shortly. That bottom Zephyr dead. SQ gonna be picking that one up, and Boom very happy with the way that this lane is starting out for their DrowRanger. Extremely important that they just get the Drow some good farm, get her parked in the jungle, grabbing some items, and then able to just keep the pace going this game. Because if Riki gets time to farm with the Empower, I think they're just kind of donezo, but so long as they can keep the DrowRanger farmed and they can keep the pace going. Both games, Boom have put themselves in the driver's seat in terms of having to make the plays. In your dream, not going to be going for an Orb of Venom or anything here, just picking up a couple of Wraith Bands out of the gate. So not going to be the easiest to get the chase down for them, but at least they have a little bit of a slow from the Arcane Curse. Jumping forward, just wanted that creep. Now pressure onto FBZ, does have the tricks. Actually manages to dodge the Gale, I believe. But doesn't want to keep on pressuring. Doesn't feel like they can quite get that kill. So FBZ will just be able to heal up with the salve. I don't really know what the Venomancer pick is for necessarily. Like, it is a little bit more vision. March gets disrupted, and he's just going to go for the TP out. He is TPing back to the tier 1, however. And they know this. There's an observer ward here for some vision. I wonder if March realized when the illusion still kept chasing him that maybe they still had vision over him. It's a long while until this courier is going to come out, so not a whole lot that he can do. And actually, Drow, I said that she was doing okay. I didn't realize that Dreamocel only had 4 CS. This is feeling kind of reminiscent of that Morphling game that he played yesterday. I don't even know what's been going on. Surely he hasn't been this zoned out of the wave. I know that Drow is not the easiest hero to CS on, but what is this about? Let's watch for a little bit here. You know, the Frost Arrows gives you some bonus damage as well. All right, ooh, we just barely got that one. Almost missed it to the range creep. 4-minute rune is going to be double damage snagged up by Abed. Pretty important that he sneaks that away from Mikoto. Hyde has been stacking a little bit with the poison while all this has been happening, and FBZ does seem to be going back for a little bit more of a Plague Wards build here on the Venomancer. But yeah, Dreamocel really not having a fun time. 2 points in the Leech Seed for Zephyr. A little bit unusual, but I guess really looking for those dives. The slow on Nature's Grasp does not scale particularly well, and Zephyr actually finding him here. Dreamocel locked down Cuckoo. Can he land the stun? He does manage to do so, and Dreamocel looking like he's going to be going down for the first time here. Now they just turn their attention back over towards Kezcute. Going to drag this wave up into the neutrals. Maybe get a little bit of free damage onto the tower. Well, yeah, this cannot be happening to your DrowRanger this game. Something gonna have to do something. Kezcute's got good levels, and he's gonna have even better levels after he takes this kind of this full wave under the tower. But the Clockwork is level 4.5, and Drow isn't even level 4 just yet. I do not know what has happened down here at bottom, but it has not been good. Maybe he just needed to go for boots a little faster. This build seems very vulnerable to Treant just kind of walking up and whomping you, and that's what Zephyr is on the way to do right now. Yeah, Kezcute's doing his best to zone back, but Cuckoo seems to be CSing very well. Already level 5. Mid lane, you know, Abed just kind of off hitting some neutral creeps. Not too interested. Ooh, can he get that stack with that shockwave? Looks like he can. Very nice. March getting stacked up. He's looking very dead. Hyde trying to finish him off. This Arcane Curse is pretty painful, so Hyde just gonna have to TP out. Zephyr's still waiting. Spots Dreamocel. The bodyguard is not there. Where's your entourage, Dreamocel? Zephyr's just gonna send him back. He doesn't have boots, and Zephyr does, so he can just keep chasing him. I don't think there's anything stopping him here. Gonna try and come back into the lane. He's got the Leech Seed again in a second. I don't know if you can play around like this, Dreamocel.
Radiant's bottom tower,
and this catapult is actually doing a huge amount of damage to the tier 1 tower 6 minutes in. They're trying to bring down Mikoto to do something about this, but there's an observer ward scouting him, so they're just gonna try and go for the Bat Rider first. Stun connects onto him. A couple of auto attacks coming through. Mikoto does have the lasso, but March still laying in with the auto attacks. At least they've got the Gust. Cuckoo, can he finish the job? Mikoto's surviving, but looks like the Arcane Curse might take him out. 2 for 1 thus far. March still fighting. Hyde also coming in here to try and put an end to this push. But, I mean, the tower has lost 75% of its HP. And from that rotation now, Abed's catapult is shredding the mid-tier 1.
Radiant's middle tower.
At least they're getting some good value out of their own catapult at top. FBZ with these 3 points up in the Plague Wards is, you know, doing some work here against In Your Dream. But DrowRanger still only has 15 CS. This is not looking good. And I guess feeling forced into skilling up the Gusts with the pressure that's been happening down here. So is not going to have the maxed out multi-shot for a little while. And yeah, I don't know where the farm's going to come from. Just going to have to wait and see. Abed going for an Echo Saber. No big surprise there. And Zephyr, if he gets some levels, he can actually just start healing up this tower again. So the fact that they've taken some damage here is not nearly as significant as the fact that these other towers have almost died. And Mikoto getting gone on at mid, RP'd into a follow-up stun from Cuckoo. Not expecting the Lina to be here, but making great early use of this Laguna Blade. And boom, where are the plays going to happen? I think they need to send more heroes top and actually finish off this tower. That seems to kind of be the plan. Dreamocel already rotating up here. Doesn't really want to be in his own safe lane anymore. Batrider going for the greedy build with the Boots of Travel, but these couple of deaths really going to set him back. And, well, at least they're going to get this tower. He's going to get the last. Give it to the Drow. He needs it. Dreamocel, please. Boots go in your backpack. Oh, boots go in your inventory, not your backpack. Put them on. Okay, March is doing a little bit of stacking. Has anyone cleared this stack that Abed made earlier? No, not yet. He's also doing some stacking. Grabbing some more farm as they continue pushing over at bottom. I imagine that In Your Dream is just going to go for the Diffusal Rush here. Doesn't really seem like there's any motivation to go for anything else. Maybe he'll go for a Manta at some point. But yeah, alright. Diffusal Rush coming up. I think he's got Treads coming out on the Courier. Cuckoo, what are you going for? Yeah, just picking up a Bracer and a Wand, tanking up a little bit more. And Zephyr is now the custodian of the top lane. He'll be keeping an eye on things. FBZ, well, we've already seen the full plan for him. He's going Force Staff and Boots of Travel. They try to play some kind of like rat Dota game here or something. Seems a little ill-fated against the Riki and the Magnus to try and play like super split and play on the side lanes. I'm down with the Force Staff. I think they definitely need some Force Staffs to get people out of the smoke screen, but double Boots of Travel just seems like you're giving the enemy team, who to my mind has the much better late game, way too much space to farm and just get their items. Like each BOT is basically giving, you know, Among Us like a whole free item on one of their other heroes, and they are making great use of the map currently. Still a little bit behind on the net worth, but once they clear out all of these stacks, I think that story is going to change. And at least the Hyde has also been setting up some stacks for the DrowRanger. So Dreamocel, you wouldn't know it looking at his net worth now, that he had not such a great start to the lane. Zephyr, well, they popped the ultimate for that, but couldn't find an angle for Kezcute to get in with the hook shot, so he just TP's away. Didn't even TP all the way back, just TP to the tier 2 and straight back to his custodial duties. He takes his job very seriously.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Okay, BOTs are up. Hyde just going to be going for an Aether Lens. Pretty happy with his keen optic. I hear a lasso coming out, but there's a global. And In Your Dream is going to look for the jump away to March, who is now going to hold the high ground. There's still a hookshot though from Kezcute, and they will be able to finish off this kill. Actually, In Your Dream still kind of escaping. The dust is lasting a little while longer though, and there's just too much long-range artillery. Now March also looking like he should get chased down, and yeah, with the disruption, even if he tried for a TP, they still have the cogs to interrupt, and boom, will happily claim both of those kills. Cuckoo is just going for a mech, interestingly, on his Lina. Zephyr just farming away. And okay, that kind of sucks for the Riki. They definitely did not want that kind of death for him at this stage. Kezcute coming in to say hello, but gets skewered straight back into the waiting arms of the Lina, and he's just going to be a free kill. I don't even really know why he's here. He does have some wards, but there's no bounty runes.
Middle tower is under attack.
Not really anything interesting for him to be doing over here. And with the maxed out in power, In Your Dream is just farming away. It's going to be a very different Riki game. Riki is a very different hero with Empower compared to not having it. Because given how god-awful your flash farm is without cleave, I think this is going to prove to be a very significant difference for him. Trying to go for the TP up here at top. Zephyr trying to TP out, but that immediately gets interrupted, so being very dead. may have just come out a little bit too far while pushing this top lane. And with him dead, it does seem like Boom keen to make some incursions over into the Among Us jungle, or at the very least putting some more pressure here on the mid tower. We do have the Dragonlance picked up for the DrowRanger. Dreamocel is going to be going for the full pike early on here.
Dire's middle tower.
Cuckoo not even really able to get in there close enough to clear out the wave. So Among Us, all they can do is just sit and wait and try and grab up a few more items. Once they get the blink on Abed, maybe that presents a little bit more of an opportunity. And definitely still wanting this defusal on the Riki before they try and make it happen.
Radiant's bottom tower.
Cuckoo doesn't have any mana to speak of, so really don't think that they're looking for a fight currently. Seem content to just keep farming. Unfortunately, In Your Dream hasn't been close to the Magnus for a little bit, so it hasn't really been benefiting from that empower in the last little bit.
Dire's top tower is under
Photo actually
attack.
almost back into the Blink Dagger here, so initiation for Boom going to be there just that little bit earlier than what Among Us have been able to muster. Zephyr hasn't shown us what item he's going to be going for just yet. I'm not a huge fan of the Meteor Hammer this game. Seems like a pretty good game to just get a Force Staff or a Blink Dagger.
Top tower is under attack.
We'll see what he wants to opt for. He has, so he went for the 2 points in Grasp and Leech Seed early on, but now seems to just be going back for the maxed out Living Armor, and I think that's definitely going to be pretty instrumental in them trying to hold on to these remaining towers and just stalling out the game until they've got 3-4 slotted Magnus, 3-4 slotted Riki at that point. Things should get pretty easy, but you know, we'll just have to see. There's still pick-off potential from Boom and some really nice push potential going along with that. And FBZ still finding great farm. Boom, what is the play? So this is what they see. They've got two, well, you know, a little bit of redundancy here among these two wards, but they've got some deep vision. They would definitely like something over in the triangle or, you know, over somewhere here where these Among Us heroes are going to be farming. That does seem to be the point of this incursion here. Just wanting to use the blink for the first time, maybe grab a couple of bounty runes for themselves, but Among Us playing very grouped up. They do have their blink on the Magnus and the defusal on the Riki, so they've also got a timing that they're looking to make use of, and they've actually got a great ward up on this high ground which hasn't been dealt with. So they see Makoto, they know that there's some other heroes over here. They do get revealed. Zephyr actually going to get gone on first, but they've jumped straight into the back lines, gone for Kescute. In Your Dream looking for a little bit more. The Global Silence helping to protect him, but now here comes Makoto. Last second lasso into the Gust as well. Nowhere for In Your Dream to go, just walking forward towards the Drow. Trouble for March as he's now going to be forced to TP away, and Among Us were the aggressors, but In Your Dream going in a little bit too deep, and will end up paying the price. Boom going to be super happy with that trade. They took down the enemy carry and only lost their position 5. Looks like they are about to lose this mid tower. Might be able to deny it. There's some pings coming through. Okay, yeah. Nicely timed Glyph. Should be able to get the deny and get that little bit of gold for their team. Abed itching to use the RP, but really see a good opportunity in that previous fight. Is he being spotted here? Ooh, trying for the skewer away. All right, got disrupted at the same time. Hook shot as Zephyr just kind of out in no man's land here. He'll be a quick kill. Abed won't really be able to get back over. Still a few seconds to go until the blink cools down. Zephyr might be able to get denied. Not going to happen, but still a 1-for-1 trade thus far. And into the backlines, they find FBZ. His Force Staff actually on cooldown, but unfortunately In Your Dream didn't have the blink strike for another 3 seconds, so couldn't finish off the kill. Just going to be the melee support for melee support. Top lane, Dreamocel pushing up against this tier 2 tower. Still looking for more is Among Us. Here's the lasso. Makoto actually able to get a little bit further back with the illusion rune, getting the dispel there. Now they're chasing for more. In Your Dream in danger. Manages to jump away with the trick. Second blink strike, but it's too much damage for Dreamocel as suddenly he pops all the way to #1 on net worth. All is forgiven, all is forgotten. That's DrowRanger, if at all possible. Riki already thinking about an Ags, which is kind of interesting. Could be a cute idea this game with the 2 blink heroes kind of going in, making plays. Abed's going to go for the BKB. I still don't know if the BKB really guarantees the RP is the only problem. Zephyr still trying to hang on to the top tower, but Makoto is hot on his heels. Doesn't have a whole lot of Firefly left.
Dire's top tower
With
is
all
under
5
attack.
Boom heroes and Dreamocel hitting from the high ground, I don't think there's really any way to stop this.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Have they grabbed all of their neutral items yet? Did they get?
None.
They haven't grabbed
Dire's
any.
top tower has fallen.
Any tier 2s. This is what they want. That's the Grove bow that the DrowRanger is definitely looking for, but maybe not quite on the right side. Dragon Scale, it's pretty nice. Magnus might end up grabbing that. Guess we'll have to. Zephyr still in charge of the top lane. Kezcute just going to be going for a Force Staff. March is going for a Veil. Alright, they do have quite a lot of magic with it. I don't hate it. He's got the 4 points in the Arcane Curse. Either team have...
Radiant's
I was about
bottom
to say, does
tower
either team
is
have
under
particularly good
attack.
Roshan taking potential? Boom have good damage, but they don't really have that much sustain for it. But looks like they are going to try for it anyway. Sauntering on in here. With the Frost Arrows, they're kiting the Roshan pretty effectively. Dire Scan reveals that this is going on. Do they have any vision in the area? They do not, and nobody really seems to be making any kind of a move. Seemingly content, just knowing that it's happening. They do have these illusions to tank, so that's helping out a little bit. Are they giving the Aegis to the Batrider? They made room for it. Yeah, Dreamocel's putting the branch back in his inventory, so
Radiant's
there's going to be
bottom tower is
Makoto
under
Bat
attack.
with the Aegis, and just have to see what kind of play that they can make here. Already some pings going over, wanting to invade the triangle. They see Cuckoo for a moment. They're just gonna head straight in there. Yeah, smoke breaks. Makoto takes to the skies, looking for it, pops the dust. It's just gonna be Zephyr for now. In Your Dream comes over. Global Silence getting popped. They want to take this fight. Abed can't find the positioning for an RP just yet, though. Moving closer, drops the RP, but it's only onto 1. They drag Hyde back in, into a nice stun from Cuckoo. Buyback as well. Among Us really committing for this fight. FBZ wanted that bounty room, but that separated him a little bit from his team. Abed trying to find the escape, but his skewer is still on cooldown for now, as he tries for the TP, but he's going to the tier 1. Actually just ends up canceling it as he gets flame breaked up onto the high ground. Looks like that'll be the end of him. If he had TP'd anywhere else, I think he would have survived, but his team kind of messing him up. TPing to the tier 1 earlier in that fight. They will manage to claim the Aegis on the Batrider, so not a total loss, but with a dieback on the Treant, that was definitely not what Among Us were hoping for as the outcome from that fight. At least In Your Dream survives, but that was an expensive one. Cuckoo just kind of getting caught out here. Makoto finds him. In Your Dream gonna try for the turnaround. Makoto's still pretty tanky. Cuckoo doesn't manage to get all of his spells off. He still had the Laguna, but couldn't use it. Now they get the disruption. Those illusions are going to be very annoying for In Your Dream. He can't even get the blink away. He's just getting kited around the tree line. Do they have the detection for him? Tricks. He did actually manage to dodge that flame break, but still will be brought down in the end. Is he just on the edge of the sentry the entire time? I don't think he was dusted, was he? Anyway, well, 2 cores dead, and Boom just going from strength to strength. Didn't get a ton of value out of the Aegis, but now that RP and Global are both on cooldown, easily able to just keep on making some plays. They've even got another lasso, so if they spot somebody,
Dire's middle tower
very easy
is under
pickoffs for
attack.
them. Kezcute is, I don't know what Kezcute is doing. He's just elsewhere on the map trying to finish up some items, but can probably come and join the team in a moment.
Dire's bottom tower is under
Dreamocel's almost got the full Manta. Manta progress for this Riki has been painfully slow. I talked it up that he was going to get all of this farm with the Empower, but it just hasn't happened. Doesn't seem like they found the opportunities here on Among Us. I also thought, hey, Corlina is going to get some good farm and have the items that she needs to survive. Also, nope. Not particularly rich, and yeah, Boom, even without the front line, seemed to be doing just fine off of the Batrider and Clockwork initiations. And as much as high ground is a different story, if you're far enough ahead, I think Boom can just choke out the map and kind of go from there. Did they end up finding Grove Bow? Wait. They have Grove Bow, but Drow isn't using it? Hello? What's happening over here? It's a team fight. Stop talking about neutral items. Mikoto is going to get caught out, brought down. In your dream, jumping forward to finish him off, but looks like he might actually be dead. No, there's no more tick damage to finish him off now. Hyde treating up under the high ground. FBZ kind of closing off the path as well. Cuckoo's not there. Just wants to deal with the mid wave, so will kind of only be the one pick off. They get eyes on March. He very quickly retreats into the trees. Hookshot going to be a little bit off the money. I think he actually juked it by just standing completely still once he got into the tree line and then able to TP out afterwards. But is this really that good? Like a bit of spell lifesteal and... Surely not. Surely you take the growth bow. Alright, whatever. We'll see what happens. Maybe he just wants to sustain for now to just keep farming the jungle.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
We've got BKB for Abed, is going to be going for an Abyssal Blade next. I thought maybe AC would be on the cards, but not going to be the choice. In Your Dream is actually just kind of scouting for now, not really finding a whole lot of farm. They're leaving the side lane push to Cuckoo, who is getting close to his Yules. And Abed kind of showing at mid, does need to be a little careful. Kezcute is here. BKB is going to help out a little bit, and In Your Dream actually going to find himself double damage. I don't believe he's been spotted over here,
Dire's middle tower
but it doesn't really seem like Among Us are keen on taking a fight. Zephyr just trying to finish off this last creep wave to grab his Blink Dagger. And it does seem like they're going to be setting their sights on a little bit more of a high ground defense. March is going for an Ags.
Dire's middle
He's actually got the the blessing queued up as well. Okay, sure. All right. I got some bounties in a second. And okay, I was about to say that we almost had BKB on the Batrider, but not so. I tell a lie.
I'll take that.
2 bounties apiece. Roshan potentially up in about 2 minutes time. Kezcute's still just working on a mech. FBZ, kind of an eclectic set of items for him. He did not end up going for the Boots of Travel, fortunately, but does just have Force Staff, Lotus, and now going to be going for an Atos as well. Mikoto is the target here at mid. They've got the double blink. They've got the vision on the high ground. They don't really want Kezcute, but looks like they are going to settle for him. He gets out a little further with the Force Staff, but it's not going to save him. So they are able to keep on chasing here. Do they still have more vision? No, they don't see anything else.
I deserve this.
I'm just gonna have to leave it for now. Cuckoo actually not even opting for the Yules in the end. Those just end up grabbing the Aether Lens for that little bit of extra reach, and boom, even with their Clockwork Death thinking about taking a fight, they're gonna go on In Your Dream first. There is gonna be a global to counter initiate, but Dreamocel just gets out immediately with the Mantis, starts dishing out the damage, and that is more than enough for them to finish that kill. And now with no global, they do have an invis on the Magnus. Maybe Abed can find a big opportunity here. Heading over towards Zephyr, got to be careful of any detection. Trying to group them up. Cuckoo's the first one found, not the best target. Kezcute actually with a little bit of a pincer. This fight's getting scrappy and doesn't look like there's a real opportunity for Magnus to do anything. They just end up losing one more core. Zephyr is sweating. I mean, he's got a sentry plus an obs, so if they put down sentry, he might be able to blink away in time, but not the most relaxing moment for him. Things would be looking a lot more reasonable if their Riki had a bit more farm, but doesn't really seem to have enough currently. In Your Dream, sort of pincering. They know that Dreamocel's down here. March also coming over. Zephyr trying to find the scouting here. They're going to spot him. Dreamocel, he's got the Manta. That's going to help a little bit. Zephyr going to blink on top of him now with the Overgrowth, though. Defensive disruption from Hyde. More heroes coming in to help. And now it's actually a decent turnaround from Boom. They just had too many numbers. In Your Dream is dead yet again, and Zephyr might not even be able to escape. He's been dusted. Mikoto is hot on his heels, and that is just going to be 3 kills for Boom. Dreamocel picking up another double kill. And 23-9 Among Us. Sure, they've got some high ground defense, but it's just getting to the point where it feels like they're not going to have enough damage. The Drow continuing to tank up, just going for the BKB now. FBZ is rocking a broom handle.
Dire's bottom tower.
I suppose the 3 armor is nice. I still don't know if I'm 100% on board with some of this, the neutral iteming that is going on here, but seems to be working for Dreamocel. And maybe they just want the extra vision as well, somewhere on the team. Does seem pretty handy. Oh, Abed kind of popping everything. Wants Mikoto, does have an RP. Kez cute, looking for the turnaround. Abed's popped the BKB here. In Your Dream running up, trying to find a kill. Hyde is looking to come in from the other side. Let's get the disruption out. Global also going to end up being popped too. They really better get the Shadow Demon kill. But Hyde already down in the river. And now with that used, Dreamocel just able to stand his ground against Cuckoo and just maul him to death. At least they get the Laguna Blade out, but Makoto still surviving. Abed next in the chopping block. Dreamocel beyond godlike from 0 to hero this game. Miserable start, but stuck the landing 100% and seems to now just be leading his team to victory. Mikoto also playing fantastically on this Batrider, and high ground defense not really going to amount to much if they don't have the Magnus. It's such a huge portion of their net worth at this stage.
Dire's structures are fortified.
And In Your Dream desperately going off to try and find a little bit of farm somewhere, but
are fortified.
I do not see the siege ending anytime soon. There's no glyph either, and boom.
Dire's middle barracks are under
Should just be able to keep on going. They're even looking for Zephyr over here, but he's in a pretty defensive position. March walks way too far forward. I'm saying that. He is underneath his tier 4s, but against the Bat and against the extra vision from the Vampire Fangs at night, nowhere is safe. I doubted, but Dreamocel has shown me the way. Roshan's up as well. Aegis and Cheese to be claimed there. Just as before, get some illusions to tank it up. FBZ constantly applying pressure in the side lanes. Seems to be his MO, really, as an offlaner, just between the Timber and whatnot. Very much all about this side lane pressure. Creating space for the rest of the team to play, and not very initiation focused at all. With this, Aegis on the DrowRanger. I was worried a little bit about the survivability for them, but turns out a good offense has been the best defense for Boom, and an immediate smoke. Just going to go grab this bounty, maybe a couple items quickly. Should be able to head out and make some more plays. Among Us grouped up looking for the fight. They do have the Manta on the Riki now, but In Your Dream, a measly level 15. Actually below the level of a bunch of his supports. Mikoto going to pop the BKB, doesn't want the lasso on the silencer. It's actually going to get Overgrowth. March now pops the global, but they're not even committing for the fight. Abed trying to skewer forward into a good position to get an RP off. Doesn't really find the opportunity. Still waiting, still waiting. Kezq going to make life a little bit more difficult for him. In Your Dream's getting gone, and they get the lasso on the Magnet. At least the Riki's still surviving, but In Your Dream is super low. Dreamocel just completely cleaning house with the auto attack. GG's already been called, so Abed's having a little bit of fun in the last moments here.
Radiant.
But they never found that actual team fight, putting the tree and the magnet